This is LBC News.
Jim Diamond live across the UK on LBC News on DAB Digital Radio, on your smart speaker and global player. This Friday, Rishi Sunak has been to Stormont in Northern Ireland to talk about the Northern Ireland Protocol and meet the main political parties there. But he will, in the coming hours, be heading to the Munich Security Conference in Germany, joining other European leaders. Let's speak live to Alan Mendoza, the founder and executive director of the Henry Jackson Society. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What can we expect from the conference? What will be high up the agenda?
Well, obviously, this small thing called the Ukraine war is going to be dominating the agenda of a security conference. It's right on the doorstep, obviously, of Europe. Many of the countries attending have committed support, of course, for the Ukrainians in terms of financial and military, and that's going to be the number one issue. But it won't be the only issue. There are also going to be other subjects, of course. I'm sure China and its recent balloon encroachments will appear. There may well be Iranian nuclear threats, and, of course, a whole host of more general commentary that will occur around all that.
Will the outcome result in more than just polite conversation and words, or does anything concrete come from this meeting?
Well, it's not a summit in the form of a G7 or a NATO summit like that. So you're not expecting a communique, a joint sort of statement to come out with a plan of action on any particular subject. What it normally is an exchange of views. People look at various different topics and think around the subjects to, see if they can come up with better ways of working internationally. However, there is a caveat to that. Countries often use it to have bilateral meetings in the sidelines, quieter private meetings, and from those it's quite reasonable to infer that you can see action on certain subjects. And certainly we know that Rishi Sunak will be meeting various world leaders privately, and there'll no doubt be action between the UK and them in various ways.
Are we likely to hear anything from the private conversations, or do they stay just that in these private bilateral meetings?
I've no doubt some things leak out because it's in the interest of countries to leak out that they're making progress on subjects that might otherwise be seen to be intractable. But obviously the private conversations do tend to be private until such time as the countries are ready to go public on whatever moves they've agreed on.
Do you think there'll be likely discussions as well about the tensions amid the spy balloon row?
Yes, I would imagine those will come in. The Americans obviously particularly seized by that, seeing as they appear to be the main victims of it to date. And don't forget, the reality is that you have the option on the main stage. There are numerous interlocutors. I think, for example, Mr. Macron of France is speaking right now about France's vision. They can, of course, lay things out there that they want to be discussed in the broader community. So I would imagine the balloon adventures would be part of that.
Thank you very much for joining us live this afternoon. That security conference taking place in Munich over the weekend. Alan Mendoza, founder and executive director of the Henry Jackson Society.